The legendary Duelist sets are loved and hated by players. They're loved because it gives some of our most favorite deck support, and hated because at the same time there are very hard cards to get. One would have to wonder, with the 6th installment of Legendary Duelist Magical Hero, will it have the same impact as the one before? Giving cards like a Duster Gold and Malicious Bane, it gave heroes a new fresh breath of life, making it an extremely competitive deck. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, in this video, I'll be talking about the best cards in Legendary Duelist Magical Hero. I think it's only fitting that the first card we talk about is probably the most expensive card since Fantastical Dragon Phantasme. Magician's Soul has skyrocketed in price before I can even make a buy this card before it skyrockets in price video. You see how that works out? It's almost like I predict cards to skyrocket and they skyrocket anyways. Regardless, Magician's Souls is a very powerful card, and it's not just for Dark Magicians. Its first effect allows you to discard spell and trap cards from your hand to draw cards. Card's pretty good in that aspect, but that's not its most powerful effect. It allows you to send a level 6 or higher spellcaster from your deck to the graveyard to special summon itself. And then you can activate the following effects. Well, one of them would have been special summoning itself. The other one will be special summoning a Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl to your side of the field. This card is amazing for Dark Magician decks because it tutors Dark Magician to your graveyard immediately. But it's also good for Spyro, which just so happens to have a Spyro Master Plan that is a spellcaster monster sent to the graveyard and also has spells and trap cards in their Spyro mission cards that want to be sent to the graveyard, and that's why this card is currently $125 a pop. I think Magician's Souls will have a place in the meta. The Spyro variant seems really exciting, and if I can get my hands on 3, I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone, make a Dark Magician deck profile and a Spyro deck profile. Who doesn't want to see that? The next card we are going to talk about is a fusion monster that isn't Elemental Heroes. We're going to speak on the Dark Magicians. That's like, I don't even know what to say about the name. It's like the Joneses, like the Brady Bunch. I don't know, the Dark Magicians. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it don't sound
it's just like, how do you make a name a noun? Like,
yeah, normally when you say something like that, there's more than 2 people just in the
yeah, like it's like a family, but it's only 2 of them. That's weird. The Dark Magicians is a 2800 attack, 2300 defense monster that requires Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl plus a spellcaster to summon. Its effect reads, when a spell or trap card or a spell or trap effect is activated, you can draw 1 card. And if it's a spell or trap card, you can set it to your side of the field. And if it's a quick play spell or trap card, you can immediately activate it. This card also, when destroyed, can spell summon Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl to your side of the field. So it's not a terrible card. It's actually really good for the Dark Magician strategy because they are getting so much fusion support. Why not actually get a good fusion monster? I'm sorry, Quintuple Magician, you're just not enough. You require too much. Now, the reason why the Dark Magicians is so good is because of its versatility. Being able to require Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl as well as a spellcaster, it actually makes Secrets of the Dark Magic an amazing card. Secrets of the Dark Magic allows you to fusion summon using Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl as fusion material. It also allows you to ritual summon using the same requirements. The reason why this card is so good is because not only is it searchable because it has Dark Magician in its text, it also is a quick play spell card. So you can use this card in your mid combo sequence when you're attacking for your opponent for game to be able to special summon a Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl fusion monster to your side of the field to be able to attack for game. I think this card is actually pretty cool and is a decent way to get fusion support and ritual support inside of a deck that didn't initially use it. If there's anyone that knows anything about combos, it has to be the homie Big Smoke. I mean, he ordered 2 number 9s as well as a host of other things off of the menu and still ended it with a Diet Coke because he's trying to watch his weight. Magician's Combination is almost like that. It allows you to tribute 1 Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl, special summon the other counterpart to the side of the field, and negate the activation of opponent's card effect. I think this card is actually pretty cool because it gives you an incentive to play Dark Magician Girl inside of your deck. That, along with all the other Dark Magician Girl support that has been thrown your way, you're almost forced to play the card because it does seem to get better and better. I don't know, it doesn't seem like a terrible card, but playing Dark Magician Girl just got a little bit better. Another Dark Magician card we are going to talk about is Soul Servant. Now, Soul Servant actually looks like a terrible card on paper, until you realize that you can place Dark Magician cards or Dark Magician from your graveyard to the top of your deck. This works perfect for Dark Magical Circle. The next effect allows you to draw cards equal to the number of Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl, as well as Palladium cards in your field or graveyard. So this card can actually reset certain Dark Magician cards back to your hand, or can set up for Dark Magical Circle. It's a card that I don't think is terribly powerful, but it's definitely a nice addition to the strategy. Now, some of you guys are waiting for that video about me explaining why I think synchros are trash. Konami is already making me eat my words with some of the new support that's coming out. One of them is Junk Converter, which says you can discard this card and a tuner monster to add a Synchron monster from your deck to your hand. The monster that immediately came to my mind was Junk Synchron because it can special summon this card back to your side of the field. Then also, when it's used as a synchro material, you can special summon a tuner monster back to your side of the field and negate its effects. The biggest problem with synchro monsters, giving you guys a little hint on what the video is going to be about, is that there are no good archetypes that are synchro. I mean, synchron monsters are okay and resonator monsters are okay, but none of them made a huge impact. That's one of the biggest things that synchros have a problem with. But this Junk Converter card is a step on the way to make the Junk Synchron archetype a really powerful deck. I strongly feel that Synchro Chase is a card that looks really good on paper, but isn't good at all. What it does is that your opponent cannot respond to the activations of your Warrior, Stardust, or Synchron monsters. The next effect is that if you Synchro summon one of the said monsters, you can special summon one of the materials to your side of the field in defense position. On paper, this card seems amazing, but I have a strong feeling in practice I'm gonna regret putting this on my list. Regardless, it's on the list for right now because it looks really solid on paper, being able to prevent your opponent from interacting with your Synchron monsters, as well as being able to get you materials to your side of the field. It feels like it has something that the deck was strongly missing. Gaga Magician is a very powerful card. It requires 2 level 4 monsters to summon, and you can detach one material to special summon an Exceed monster from your graveyard to your side of the field. Also, a Utopic Future monster, having this card as an attachment, gains the effect to detach 2 materials to turn its attack to 4,000, only at the cost of negating its effects. This card's scary good. I really fear for players buying out Utopic Zexal or Utopic Future because I think that actually might have been a good idea. I think that this card is going to be very powerful for Exceed based decks and will only get stronger when Master Rule 4 Revised comes around. So I don't even know if this card's good, but I'm gonna go ahead and read it off just because, like, what are you guys doing? Its name is Zubaba Bancho Gaga Goat. Gaga Coat, okay? It's a level 4 monster, 1800 attack. It says, if you control a Zubaba or Gaga monster, except Zubabancho Gaga Goat, while this card is in your hand, you can special summon this card. Then you can target one Go or Do monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except for Exceed monsters. You can only use the effect of Zubaba Bancho Gaga Goat once per turn. Was that English? Like, sir, I don't even have anything to say about this card. Like, was that English?
No, they hired a whole bunch of baby geniuses.
Basically, PERFORMAPAL Celestial Magician actually has so much text, I'm gonna actually have to read this card off as well. It is a scale 8, level 4 monster. It's also an effect Spellcaster Pendulum. It says when exactly one face-up fusion, synchro, or Exceed monster you control that was special summoned from the extra deck is destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect, you can special summon that destroyed monster. Then destroy this card. You can only use the effect of PERFORMAPAL Celestial Magician once per turn. This monster effect states, during your main phase, if this card was normal summon or special summon this turn, you can apply the effect for the rest of the turn based on the other monsters you currently control. If you control fusion monsters, this card can attack directly. If you control synchro monsters, your opponent cannot activate monster effects. If it's Exceed, this card's attack becomes double its original attack. And with Pendulum, during the end phase, add one Pendulum monster from your deck to your hand. You can only use the effect of PERFORMAPAL Celestial Magician once per turn. Now, its monster effects are pretty good. But the only reason why I even think this card is mediocrely good is because it's a scale 8. And PERFORMAPAL actually has been missing a high scale since Monkey Board was banned. Seriously, that's the only reason why I think it's good, it's because of its scale. That's it. I mean, it does have some good normal summon effects, but I'd rather normal summon Skull Crobat Joker. Free Skull Crobat Joker. We need Skull Crobat Joker. This card is extremely confusing, like I have to read it several times. PERFORMAPAL Pop-Up. And the reason why it's so confusing is because it says send 3 cards from your hand to the graveyard, then draw that many cards. Then you can special summon PERFORMAPAL, Magician, or Odd Eyes monsters with the monsters of the scales that you have on your side of the field. So for example, if you have a scale 1 and a scale 8, you can special summon monsters with different levels for the monsters that you drew to your side of the field. And if you did not special summon said monsters, you take 1,000 damage for each. Now, you guys may be confused on that last part, but I'm confused on how they let such a busted card effect be so generic. The thing that really popped up in my mind was send 3 cards from your hand to the graveyard, draw 3 cards, and take 3,000 damage. This card is just, why would I play all the other stuff? Send 3 cards, draw 3 cards, take 3,000 damage. I feel like this card is a lot more busted than what some people will give it credit for. Granted, it does have a pretty decent effect if you guys are playing a pendulum-based deck using this card, but I just genuinely, it just seems too good to be true. I have to put it in practice to see if it's genuinely a good card. Elemental Hero Liquid Soldier brings that much more versatility to the hero strategy just because it's a playable water monster. I apologize, Bubble Man. But Elemental Hero Liquid Soldier allows you to special summon a hero monster that is in your graveyard upon its normal summon. Also, when it's used for a fusion material or banished, you can draw 2 cards and discard 1 card. This card is Elemental Hero Solid Soldier, except in liquid form. It's another great piece for the hero strategy, which seems to be getting stronger and stronger with every legendary duelist set. The last card on this list is Elemental Hero Sunrise. And its requirements are like, am I a joke to you? Like seriously, is fusion summoning a joke? Because it gets easier and easier. Elemental Hero Sunrise requires 2 hero monsters with different attributes. It's not like you weren't playing different attributes before, but this gives you an incentive. All of your monsters gain 200 attack for each different attribute on the side of the field, and when in this fusion summon, you can add a miracle fusion from your deck to your hand. Also, when a hero monster declares an attack, you can destroy a card on the field. Sunrise is a really good card, and when Master Wolf War Revised comes out, you can summon this card into your main monster zones with ease, not even needing a link. So it'll be a pivotal part for the Elemental Hero strategy as time goes on. I think that Elemental Heroes might be the biggest winner of this entire set, but I'm pretty sure there are some people in the comment section that will disagree. Go ahead and post down below in the comment sections what cards did I miss. There were some really awesome reprints like a Printed Illusion Magician and Chronograph Sorcerer in here, or what do you think would be the best cards in this set? Thank you guys so much for watching another segment of the TheCaliEffect. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a like, and if you really did, consider joining our Patreon. We have so many awesome rewards. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy. I hope you guys having a great day, like I am. Ga Magician.
Ga Cowboy.
But it's a different card. Ga Magician is a different card.
It's the same thing when you hear ga.
No, it's an entire archetype. I'm done. I don't even know how to say it right. Just forget it.